Looks like they ran away. Oh, there we go. First ban is out. Let me go and show the draft lobby just so everybody can see what's going on. And a first ban out Claudessa. So new team banning out Claudessa. You know, that strong kind of tank first ban. We'll see how KoG responds. I'm assuming they're not going to ban a tank here because that's really going to... might set them back. It's going to force them into a tank pick, or they could be trying to force new team into a tank pick here. What do you think is going to happen? Oh, it looks like we lost Wolf Joe for a second, but he will be right back, and that's fine. So we'll see if the second ban is going to come out. We'll see if they're going to try and put them in there. Waiting on KoG, and we have Wolf Joe back with us. So Wolf Joe, we have a Claudessa first ban. What do you think KoG here is going to do? Are they going to ban a tank? They're going to ban like a respect ban here on new team if there is one. What you thinking?
Maybe they will get the pesky hero out. I'm not sure. Like, it's either a second hero, it's a second tank, I'm guessing, or it's hero, or like you said, like a personal favor ban.
Yeah, I mean, that Harrower band's been pretty popular, especially in the pro brackets. He's just an annoying bottom lane hero to deal with. He's boring to play, so I think some people just don't want to play him, and they don't want to play against him just because he's annoying, right? It's really hard to kill Harrower. Harrower might not get a kill on you, but he's pretty safe. And instead, they actually ban out Carter. Yeah, Carter ban.
Not that uncommon.
No, not uncommon at all. Carter's a very strong hero, very strong pick in the meta. And in team compositions, he does really well. Good scouting with those rockets. Lots of burst damage. I guess they just don't want to deal with it. They don't want to pick him up. So there we go.
And Bastion first pick.
I mean, they're kind of forced into it, right? Claudessa was first banned. All that's really left on the board for top tier tanks is that Bow and Bastion. And obviously, people are prioritizing Bastion over Bow in that role. So why not just pick it?
Like, he has less counters than Bow, and he's easier. What are we on EU? Or, okay, we're in Europe. First game I was saying, like, he's easier to play in Europe than he is on an A for an EU team. But he's more solid. Like, Bow is more like initiating role, and you need to more like make the plays, and Bastion is more like your stonewall in a team fight.
Yeah, they're tanks, but they do different things. Yeah, exactly. Bastion is that he's that wall, right? He sits there, he peels off for your team, he protects your back line. Bow's a tank that is a playmaker. He needs to get to your back line and make that ult happen, make those plays happen. So they're definitely different. Yeah, Bow's an initiator. Bastion can initiate as well. I mean, his that ult, the Chosen One, is devastating. If he actually gets a stun off into a squishy back line, it could make or break team fights.
So what are we expecting here? I'm guessing it is Bow, and then it's really dependent on preference. Like, if you want the Harrow early, if you want the Featherstone early. Featherstone getting really popular in the last couple weeks. Or like go more.
Yeah, Featherstone has really popped up as like a popular bottom lane hero choice. For a while, Featherstone, there's that Bow pickup. Featherstone first came out, he was like, well, this is an ADC, we can take him over like Vermilion and put him in that top lane, and you can still do that, it's still fine. But I think a lot of bottom laners prefer that if a team's going to pick him up, they let them have it in the bottom lane, because he's very, very strong in the bottom lane. And they actually pick up Bow and Vermilion here, so they're going to secure their ADC. Secure.
Yeah, not that uncommon. Like, the ADC is still like more preference of the player. Vermilion can be used bottom lane, but it's like most likely not, except you run a tanky hero. But still, he has some issues bottom lane, so it's more like for the ADC here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it depends on the matchup, right? Vermilion does have some favorable bottom lane matchups, but in general, I think most teams just want to put him in that top lane, secure him some farm if they can, and let him carry it late game, of course, because that's what you want your carry to do. But we have 2 picks now coming out here for new team. Now, tanks are kind of done. Obviously, new team could pick up a secondary tank in like a Shank, or go crazy and get an ace there if they wanted to. What else they can pick up? Do they have to worry about picking an ADC up now? They could still pick up Harrower. They could still pick up Featherstone. The Blazer's still on the board in that ADC role if they want. I guess they have a lot of options.
I'm guessing on like Rook, Harrow, or Featherstone, something along that line, and then depending on maybe like some teams still like to play the backs or pick up early as a secondary tank without the new heroes. So depending on how the players want it, we may see one of those here, like Vex.
Yep. And yeah, I mean, we could see Vex, we could see Tinder. We haven't seen. They could try and lock that out from KoG. I'm sure KoG would like to pick up like a Tinder to go with that Vermilion if they could. So new team could pick it up, just kind of deny them that, and then obviously they'd have it themselves, of course. Obviously they'll have it themselves.
Kata is banned, so yeah. Look like Rook, Featherstone, Harrow, like two of those heroes. You can also like have variations on what you run bottom lane, or if you like pick up Featherstone Rook here.
So one problem,
stuff like that.
Yeah, one problem obviously we have here in the challenger bracket. Some of these teams are new-ish to competitive sports, competitive MOBAs. Some of them are new to drafting because standard Strife, matchmaking doesn't have drafting. Right, we use drafting in competitive play. And we have no timers at the moment. Hopefully we'll be fixing that in the future, in the near future. But right now there's no timers, so sometimes these teams really think it. Really think about these picks, and it can take them a while.
Especially like if you don't like the new team, like we talked about before, like you don't know what are the comfort picks yet. What can the X play? What is he good at? Like what does he want to play? So like there's probably like a huge discussion going on right now.
Yeah, I mean, so obviously this new team. How many times are we going to say that today? New team here in their new composition. They've only played a couple games together. I mean, obviously they played earlier today together, but I don't know how many scrims they've done as this new 5-man roster. So it's very possible, that they're really kind of discussing what hero roles what compositions they can make happen from what's still available. That would be my guess here.
It's a drafter broke again. Could also be it. I haven't watched the
Nope, I have not seen a message from them that the drafter broke. Drafter did break earlier today. That is a possibility.
Oh, there it is.
And they thought about it, and then they picked it. So Featherstone, Harrower, those are super strong picks, right? So they secure their ADC. We're going to see Featherstone in the mid or top lane. I like EU teams, for some reason in their meta, they like to run their carry in the mid lane instead of the top lane, like a lot of NA teams do in Strife, and there's good and bad reasons for that, but they do have that Harrower, and they're probably going to run that in the bottom lane, most definitely. So now KoG here has to decide what are they going to pick up to match that Harrower. It's going to be hard to kill him unless you get a gank, but who can they pick that's not going to die to it, that can farm with it?
I mean, like, in the Vermilion still pretty strong lane, and then the question is, what will they do about the bottom lane? What will they do about the mid lane? What will they match the? Yeah.
I think they got options there. I think they want to secure. They want to secure their bottom lane. They want to secure that Tinder to go with that Verm. So they could pick up Tinder here, and then they can pick up their bottom lane to go with it. I mean, they could skip that and get that last pick if they want. Yeah, I don't know. They got options.
Question is also like, do you want to like leave the Tinder now open for new team to take?
No. I think they need to pick up Tinder here. If they want to run Tinder, they can pick up Vex, right? Tinder has been stronger than Vex, I think, in the meta as a support-y role. So I think if you're gonna pick that up, now's the time to do it and get it in these next two picks. What do you think?
We're also seeing like some tricksy plays, but mostly when tricksy pickup, but mostly when Tinder was taken, and I don't know how experienced KoG is with this hero. Like we saw it by Papa Please in the challenger bracket and in the tourney today. So.
That's true. That is very true. Very true.
He's coming back. Like, especially he's hella scary with Featherstone because you can like because of Featherstone's level 1 is so strong and Trixie's level 1 is so strong, like you can play the lane hella all-in-ish. And it's a rook pickup by KoG.
It is a rook and a Trixie, so you just talked about that, and there we go. Rook, so they're going to run rook. Obviously, they got to run rook in this bottom lane, right? They're not going to run... Well, they could do some weird things here. They can run a Trixie Vermilion lane and a Bow Rook lane and still pick somebody for that bottom. I don't know who it's going to be, but I guess Rook can farm against Terror and not worry about getting killed from him. He's definitely not going to be able to kill him, though.
Like, Worm is kinda okay-ish too against Terror. Like, the problem is, like, as soon as Terror, like, reaches his critical mass when the E is maxed and he's getting, like, first a couple of items, he out-sustains you.
Yeah, especially if Hera's if it's gonna be Rook in that bottom lane, Hera just has to rush that Golden Protector with some health regen and a little bit of mana regen, and not much is gonna happen at that point. Hera is just gonna be very, very safe.
But we're seeing some pickups here by a new team. It's Caprice and Ray.
Yeah, Caprice, Ray. Do you think you should pick up Caprice and Ray in the same team, in the same comp?
Well, I'm really wondering what they're running the Ray or Caprice with. Like, it's gonna be... Oh, it could be that they do like an all-in lane with Caprice Ray and run Bastion Featherstone.
Yep. And this is EU teams. EU teams, they like running that tanky... I think they like running tanks with their ADC in the mid lane, but I don't think that's going to happen this game, and they could just put that Caprice Ray, strong all-in, strong kill lane, lots of roam potential. Maybe that's what's going on here. Maybe. We need one more pick. We're going to get into this game.
So I'm guessing it's like Trixie Vermilion now, so we need a lane partner for the bow, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know. They actually have options in their lanes, right? They might just need a lane partner for Bow, which could be Malady, or they could do it like I said. They could have that Bow Vermilion Rook Trixie lane, or a Vermilion Trixie Rook Bow lane, and then you can pick up someone for the bottom here. They could pick up Shank. They can run a Shank. Oh my god, I called it!
Oh my god, you called it!
God damn, I'm good, man. Challenger level teams. I got them locked in. Let's get this game going. Do you think that's going to happen? They have to run Shank in the bottom lane, right? You have to.
Yeah, I'm guessing what else, like...
Yeah, let's find out.
Shank
Okay.
Shrieks? Nah.
I'm telling you, that's the lanes. I called the lanes. I know what's up. I, sir, am a professional. No, we're going to have Shank in the bottom lane. We're going to see a Vermilion Trixie lane, and we're going to see a Bow Rook lane. That's my prediction. I think that's what's going to happen here. Let me adjust my sound, guys. I apologize. That was a little loud. That should have been turned down already. We're at just 1 minute. 1 minute here, and we're going to be in-game. We're going to see how they're going to run this. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun from KoG here, I think. I like it.
This will be a good game. Like, interesting team comps, not that like standard. So I'm interested as well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you were thrown for a loop here. You're speechless, even. You're speechless, Joe. What's the beard say? Is the beard speechless? Does he have a comment? Does he have a comment?
No. He's just like he wants to see the game. It's hyped.
He is hyped. Wolf Joe's beard is hyped. Say that when the European hype train is playing. That would be the best time to say that. Let's get hyped for hype.
Are they still around?
They are actually still around.
Oh, so they split up. Oh god, this is so confusing.
They are. I mean, they're not necessarily the same team from before a few weeks ago, right? But they're still around. Like I said, new team, European hype train. Some of these new EU teams came out. They're pretty strong teams, but they've had some instability issues. So we'll see if they're able to recover and kind of stick it out. All right, here we go. Loading up. Oh man, I'm so excited to see how they lane this. Who's on who and how it gets laned.
Yeah, me too. That's always like the good part. Like you can't be 100% sure that you see it in game.
Yeah. What do you think? So obviously how we draft in Strife is a little differently than other MOBAs. Most MOBAs, when drafting happens, you know what player is going to be on what hero before the game starts, right? Before everyone's locked in. How do you think that affects the Strife? Because in Strife, we draft and we see what 5 heroes are going to be, but we don't know what player is going to be on which hero. We don't know what pets they're going to pick up until we actually get into game. And that can actually affect a lot of things.
Yeah, I think we talked about that last guys, to be honest.
Oh, maybe we did.
I'm
I
not
don't know.
entirely sure. Yeah, that's weird. I don't want to repeat it, but like I said, like the price it has its advantages and disadvantages. So
I don't think we actually talked about it on stream, Joe. I think we talked about it in private.
oh my god, that could be it. I don't remember. Yep.
Yeah. I actually don't
So
even know. I don't even know what roles KoG plays. Like who plays what role here. So I don't know if this Shank is going bottom or if this Rook is going bottom yet. Let's find out. And it looks like they're actually interesting enough. I was completely wrong. And they're going to put the Rook in the bottom lane. And they're going to run the Shank mid lane. I don't know about running a Shank mid lane against it's probably going to be a dual range lane. That's going to be hard for Shank.
Shank Trixie, that would be interesting.
That's a weird... Have you ever seen a Shank Trixie lane before?
No, like we saw some Vex Shank, so you like to total it just out. And like wait until let the lane farm and try to get like later ahead.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be weird. Normally, if you're going to pick up Shank, you want to put him in that bottom lane. He needs fast levels, and he needs high GPM to work. But here we go.
What is this?
This is the weirdest roam. I don't understand what's going on right now, to tell you the truth.
Oh,
Are they
it's a triple mine.
They're just setting mines up for the easy lane. Just 2 mines, it looks like. Well, because, 3 mines.
It helps a lot. Like, the lane will automatically push and, like, give the hero an advantage here.
Yeah, Rook, if Rook was smart, he would just be popping these mines right now. He would have just popped these mines. It'd be worth it. But he's not going to, so that is that.
Doesn't seem the way. Maybe walk the Razor Illusion in. Like, you don't use the Razor Illusion in the early game.
Oh, that would be that would be so good. Just like walk the Razor Illusion in, pop those mines, and be done with it.
Yeah. But now he will have a problem.
Yeah, so if we watch these mines, they're going to pop. They're going to almost clear this entire wave here. And it's just going to give Harrower such a huge advantage. He's going to hit level 2 first, which is big.
Top lane, huge engagement. They're killing
wow. Curry Boy is actually going to go down. Block, though, is going to fall as well. Is Death actually going to be able to finish off Ray here? He might actually be able to. Nuji actually goes back in. I don't know if that was a smart idea. He might be able to walk away. No, he's not. Chi-Shot goes out. One more auto-attack is all it's going to be. But there goes the mine, and it's not going to be enough, and Death is going to walk away.
And huge engagement bottom lane. Got a slick.
Oh, no, that's... Woo! Whoa, KoG coming out very aggressive here. And definitely in their favor, taking that 2-for-1 in the top lane. And causing some health pots. Oh no, a little Slick causing that health pot to get canceled there on Rook. Rook, you got to be very, very careful when you're going against a Harrower and you activate a health pot. You got to just stay back and let the pot do its work. But
yeah, it's like a 9 pot. He has two skills to cancel it, like Q and the W, and like so you gotta stay out of range 100%.
Yeah, it's real tough. That's one of the problems with Harrower. He's just so annoying, and once he hits 6, it's so impossible to kill him in a 1v1 scenario. And we'll see what he's rushing here. He actually goes for a throwing axe, so we're not going to see a rushed Golden Protector.
Yeah, throwing axe is pretty common on Harrow to keep the lane pushed out, especially against the Rook matchup.
I agree. How is GPM here? Obviously, there's a big spike. It's only 500 GPM, though. Very, very small lead in KoG's favor at the moment. We'll see if they're able to hold it off. In the top mid lane, though, they are, as expected, they are getting pushed in and harassed pretty heavily. I mean, this is a hard lane. Shank, Trixie. Hard lane. Interesting idea to run this as a team composition, but they are already under tower. They're going to be in a little bit of trouble here. Now, Shank can get the levels, and he can actually get some farm. He could be a beast in this game for them.
Especially if he lands a hook, like, even if it's a Bastion, like on a turret with Trixie together with the triple Q, or double Q even, they are able to kill somebody.
It's huge. It's going to be huge. Once they both of them hit 6, they actually might be able to get a kill. It's really going to depend, though. But Mr. Blade, though, gonna have to bubble away there, and he's going to be just fine. Barrel rolls out of danger. Almost dies there. Almost. Wow.
That was a close one.
Yeah, this is definitely a kill lane, though, for new team. Caprice, Bastion. One of them lands a stud. It should almost be a guaranteed kill. The only thing going for them is that Shank and Trixie have escapes.
Interesting that they didn't, like, for kill lane with Bastion, didn't pick up the melody. Instead, they chose the Caprice after the recent to a mana pool and anchor range.
It wasn't the range. They increased the radius of the stun, right? So the stun's a little easier to hit. You can hit like a 3-man stun a little easier now. Yeah, so Caprice did get a couple of buffs. And it's fun to watch, European team here give it a try. I will give this to KoG in the mid lane. They have some crazy wave clear potential. It's going to be hard for them to really get a lot of tower damage in.
Cruelty is struggling a little bit in the bottom lane here. Like, he's 100 GPM behind after the early push and the early engage. I think the health pot cancel, like, kinda was too much and he needed to play really passive.
Yeah, unfortunately, you get that health pot canceled, and you're in such a huge disadvantage right now. And you can see that he's over 100 GPM below Harrower, with Slick on Harrower here in the bottom lane, and it's already been it's affecting him pretty heavily. Like, he's afraid to obviously he can't all in now. He has his ult. Lil Slick has that Grendel Fang, and he could just walk away from Rook trying to burst him down at this point. But in the mid lane, still looks like they're just going back and forth on the harassment. I like this Shank. Shank here, you see some Shank players that they're a little shy about engaging or going in on the creep wave. This Shank don't care. He has his dampening cloak, which is a good pickup in this early harass. And he don't care, man. He's there. He's in for it.
Top lane seems to be pretty equal as well, but slightly fatal for a new team. Like, Def and Bluak are kinda low, so they need to be careful and stay on a turret right now.
Yeah, and they're under tower already, so it's going to be difficult for them to keep this farm up. But for the most part, they're pretty even. Curry Boy doing a lot of work here. What do you think of Featherstone Ray Lane is? That's kind of interesting combination as well.
Well, I think it's kind of similar to Trixie Featherstone, so there's pretty aggressive, huge all-in potential. You gotta be careful all the time, be aware of it.
We just missed. There was a deliverance. Oh, hold on. In the mid lane, looks like it was just used defensively. Croak and Curse went down, and it looks like it was just a defensive because Yaper over here on Bastion activated the Chosen One ult, and that was that. So a lot of ults used, but still no kill. So I mean, good job for KoG here, kind of holding their ground and just trying to continue to farm. And they do have a lot of good wave clear, so that's be careful. There is a hook available. And I think the worst is kind of looking for a target, but the problem is Caprice is not your best hook sport because she can just jump away. Bastion might be the best target for them if they're ready to actually engage on that.
Yeah, Trixie can't follow up after the Shank hook against the Caprice. Like, the only thing she can use to disable her again is a crooking cross.
Yeah, but there's the hook a little early, but the Caprice was just waiting for that to happen to counter initiate, and it's going to go back to farming each other. So this has been a pretty passive game so far, if you think about it. We're almost 7 minutes in, and 1 kill, 2 kills. Actually, there's been 3 kills, couple kills, but very, very few.
Yeah. After the early game top, it kind of lowered in kill count.
Yeah, now they're just kind of settling in to getting their GPM up. Now, new team is winning, overall in the team fight or in the GPM bracket. By how much? We're gonna find out. That's pretty large. I didn't think it was gonna be this big, but it's 2,800. There's a nice hook.
On Bastion.
Oh no, Blade! I think Blade was hoping. Oh wow, that almost was there. I think Blade was hoping that Caprice was going to just jump backwards because he instantly activated his ether beam kind of in that area. I don't know if there's miscommunication or what happened there, but Caprice does get away. However, she does have to go back to base, so she's out of farm and out of lane for a little while. So they didn't get a kill, but they did force her out.
Deliverance was up as well. We could have seen an arrow limit, but I think he needs to Cruelty needs to stay alive in the bot lane. He can't.
If that hook would have hit right there, they might have had a shot at a kill. But here we go, Caprice waiting in that bush again. They want to engage this. Yapper though is a little low. They're thinking about it. If they can get a stun off on Trixie here, they're gonna make it happen. And I don't know. Doesn't look like it. I think I would rather like to see this Caprice maybe roam at this point instead of sitting here in the bush. But Trixie's all alone. Shank is... he doesn't have fits, but there's nothing wrong with roaming. Go kill this Rook and get that tower. However, they might get a kill here because Shank is roaming to the top lane. As soon as they show here, they're probably going to engage on this Trixie. No, they're actually just going to go back to farming at the moment. Shank now has the advantage. If they can get a hook, they can land a hook on this Ray. They're going to look for it. No, they're all three going to get stunned out. A pincer's actually used. They still want this hook. Oh, he actually makes the hook. Look at that. Rocket boots so far back. And they take it down. However, at the same time, they're going to go in onto this tower. Trixie is here to defend it. Oh, I don't know. That pot shot could have been done a little better to save this tower, but this tower is definitely going to fall, so they're going to pay for that roam.
Yeah, that opens the mid lane more open for a new team here, and we still see a rotation top lane. Oh, is it a body rotation? They haven't decided themselves.
Yep, and bottom lane tower is going to fall right now as well. It looks like very, very soon. We have Trixie kind of coming around, but there we go. See that Grendelfang activating. He just kind of walks away. Not much can happen here. Trixie is setting up. Now would be the time to go in while that Grendelfang... Oh, nice 1.5 second stun. They're going to try and burst it down. Lil Slick doesn't know this. He actually wanted to go in, and he is going to turn. But Nuju here. Ray for the counter gank. Razor Juke even activated, and they're going to keep going in on this. Cruelty has... Oh, he did not have a hide and seek. And dies from that. Nice counter roam from Ray there. And in the mid lane, what do we have? But two tanks right-clicking each other. Most exciting action in Strife.
It was a really nice rotation though, like lane with his Caprice top lane, and then at the same time the bottom gang happened by Nuja. So they kind of saw this.
I agree. Who do you think can win? I'm assuming Bastion actually has the advantage in this one-on-one matchup against Shank because he has this Golden Protector finished.
Well, if he has how's it called? Like if he has a new focus enchantment, he doesn't have the region on it anymore, so it doesn't help him that much in trade. This Shank's hook, Shank's ground pound is mostly magic damage.
True. Looks like Death getting very low in the top lane here, and they're already going to start this tier 1 tower. Last tier 1 tower in favor of Knights of Gale is getting pretty low, and they're going to try and finish it off right now. Will Bo be able to stop this? I don't know. Nope, doesn't look like it. There goes the shield from Bastion. And there goes the tower. Oh, they're roaming around on here. They get the slow off onto Black, but he's going to activate that inner rage and get the heck out of dodge. In the mid lane, though, they could try and turn this on. It would be really good if they can get some map pressure back, but Shank's leaving. Shank's roaming back to the top lane. They are going to spot out Caprice. A little bit of damage. Can they get the hook? The hook is going to hit, but one more jump is available, and he might actually get away. No, we have Mr. Blade there in the background. Trixie cutting it off, and they're going to roam around. They're actually going to cut out Ray here. Is Ray going to be fine? Nope, not going to be okay. Do they have the ult? They don't even need it. They're just going to burst him down.
And going for Baldir.
That's a really, really good engagement here for Knights of Gale. This is going to help get them back in the game. They get 2 kills. They're going to get a Baldir. This is going to be closer to a 3,000 gold difference instead of a 4,500 gold difference. But Curry Boy actually activated the ult. I don't know if this was the best idea for him. The worst is looking for it. He can get a hook off would be great, but no, it looks like Yepper in the background. They're not even going to be able to finish that off. They're going to lose.
Trixie marked the Baldir.
Trixie
did. Take it right now.
they want to keep that live. They want to finish this off, but Bastion is just going to peel. They're going to finish this off, and that's that.
Yeah. In the bottom lane, we saw a little back and forth, but Slick finally got the turret.
Klein is looking for something to happen there. If the worst would have hit a hook there, that could have been deadly. But they do not. Yeah, in the bottom lane, how is Rook doing here? Is he doing okay? He's farming 340 GPM. It is not the best. Oh, it looks like they actually do get that Trixie. Sorry, we missed it. That's the power of Caprice there. You gotta watch out.
And Jaeper like barely porting out there.
Oh, but in the top lane, Slick was not fooled by that Razor Juke one bit. Can Cruelty turn this around? Nope, no, I don't think so. Slick gonna get the kill. Rook going down. Yeah, that Grendel thing. Herod, that's why people ban this hero in these 1v1 matchups. He's just so annoying to deal with. So annoying. He does have his Golden Protector finished as well.
Built-in sustain, like, it's very, very valuable in long-term 1v1s.
Klein going in for another kill there.
And sneaky.
Here they go. The jumps are down. No mana. This is one dead Caprice. I don't even know how Caprice could get out of this unless he has the jukes of a lifetime.
He was just stalling for time for his team. Like, they were trying to take ball Syndara here.
Not trying. They're definitely going to get this, and that's another reason why people ban out Harrower. He's so good at taking these secondary objectives in Baldir and in Syndara. He just so quickly Grendelfing, that ult, that passive stack on there. It's pretty hard to deal with. And there goes a Syndara attempt. Cruelty is going to be in a lot of trouble right here. He's got to play this just right to get out of this. I don't see how he can. He's going to go the other way. Can he? Nope, they're way too smart for this new team. Seasoned players. Rook's going to go down.
So the monkey will spawn any second. And with one down, KoG might be in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, Bo's looking for something to happen. They actually activate the Wind Rush, and they're actually going to take down Bastion. That's a really nice pickoff. They need to get out of here now before they all die. And it doesn't look like it. Oh, that Caprice with the double stun anchors away. Oh my lord. And there's that buff to Caprice there. It's just a little easier to land that stun, and definitely a little easier to land multiple people in it. And what looked like a good team fight for KoG to stop this monkey push, I think might have turned around on them.
Curry waiting here from the side, getting his shield onto the...
Yeah, so Rook's back up, and now Bastion is nowhere to be seen. Now's the time to try and get as much damage on this monkey as they can before a big engagement happens. But there goes Ray with the shock field. They are just on the back foot there, because Rook just got decimated. Nice ult. Curry Boy is definitely going down. They got to be careful now. Here comes the rest of them. Jaeper with that Everwinter Charm doing some work, but they're all still up. This monkey's getting real low. There goes the Ether Beam. They're going to be able to finish off this monkey, and I think they're going to have to fall back. I don't see them getting a generator here.
They're still on it.
They're still on it, but look at Bo going mad mode, doing what he can. He's going to fall for it, but that's it. That's going to stop it. Oh, nice! A hook on a Harrower, but damn, it's a Harrower, and he just kind of just walks away. Goes into Grendelfing mode and just walks out of there. But they did a good job. They defended this generator.
They didn't what they needed to do that. Like, if it would generated, I think new team would have snowballed into oblivion here.
Yeah, I mean,
it would be game at this point.
It's half dead, but they did defend it, and that's what they need. You know, they got to just keep making plays like that. Maybe improve on some of these team fights a little bit, and they have a chance to get back in this. They got a small chance.
Oh, nice Harrow, nice body rotation by new team here, getting it right off the objective. So
yeah, it's very
I don't know
nice.
what's KoG doing. What can it do here to get back into this game?
Pickoffs. They gotta find the pickoffs. They gotta find Caprice. You know, find this Caprice who's looking for a pickoff herself, and get her first. You know, and then try and take a team fight. That's what I think they need to do, because you can see Caprice is already roaming, looking for something to happen. Here comes Shank, though. Shank might try and make something happen. No, in the top lane, Deliverance was used. I don't know where it was used on or what happened there. We missed it, but Bo is going to go down. And this tower, along with it, I'm pretty sure. Here goes the alt activated Chosen One. They hook him back, though. They're going to finish him off. Shank can't even finish him off. They just have to run away and hope they can survive to defend this generator. Oh, wow. Bastion lived with, like, no health. It was literally one auto attack. And Shank decided it was time to get out of there.
Yeah, that sometimes happens, like when you're fighting a team and like everybody's thinking, yeah, this guy will die anyway, and then back off, and then he like barely slips away with 1 HP.
Yeah. Oh, Nuja, look at the taunt coming out. The Wowzer's taunt.
He could have Wowzers. Well, ooh.
Say it.
Klein going in here.
Klein is in trouble. But he'd be fine. He has 2 jumps up. He'll get out of there. Oh, no! Oh, no, Ray.
Another Wowzer. What is this?
Ray with the Wowzers.
Yeah.
That's enough of Ray.
Rotating to the bot lane, taking the farm here. I think they're like farm mode for a short second to push the lanes out, and then they will gather and try to force down another objective.
Cindy's going to be up in about 45 seconds as well. Oh, there goes Shank with the counter taunts. There goes the counter taunts. But yeah, the problem with Knights of Gale right now is they're just holed up in their base. It's hard for them to leave this base. They don't have any vision. Oh, they were trying. Whoa, that was some delayed timing all around. The worst was trying to make that happen. Actually, wow, even Rook trying to take out this Ray. KoG not happy with Ray right now.
Yeah, the Wowzer's taunt is too much.
Oh, no. Oh, no. But they're not... I don't think they're going to be able to push in on this generator. But they do have KoG on their back foot. They have no map control. Their lanes are pushed against their favor. It's going to be hard for them.
Now engage on worst.
Yeah, he's going to use his pincer, though, and he'll get out of that.
Yeah, they want to keep them occupied in mid lane, like while Harrow is pushing, and now we will probably see Syndara rotation any second.
And they're not going for it. They're actually going to go for Baldir first. That's pretty greedy in my mind. This is a team that says, hey, we have a huge lead. Just get Baldir. If they get Syndara, I don't think they care. But wow, that's super greedy.
Are they fast enough? Like, if KoG can take it in time...
I don't think KoG is fast enough on this, and they're not even spotting it out. They see Baldir went down, and they're not rushing right to it. But they could set up for a decent pick-off.
We have nice positioning here.
Yeah, if my team's not careful. This is really, really good positioning. I like this. Let's see what happens. Big team fight may be coming out right now. There is what they want. Klein's in a lot of trouble. Can Klein get out of this? Gonna get one jump. No, he's gonna get bursted down.
And
Rook
now
is still alive. In the back line, CC
trouble.
break used though. There goes the pincer. The nice, oh my god, shock field and the death ray kind of cleaning up in the back there. Ray making work there. Proving why he's able to taunt. Field. Yes, yes. Woof. And looks like new team is just going to try and clean up this fight and either go right for a generator and the Crux or for Syndara. They're chasing this for quite a while. They haven't decided what they want to do. They're just going to get a free Syndara out of this now.
But still, like, really great attempt, like, in really good positioning. It was just, like, they were too far ahead. It was, like, 15k or what at this point.
It's a big gold lead. Yeah, I got to give it to KoG there. Yeah, it's almost a 2,000 gold lead now, but... KoG, they had really good positioning. They took out Caprice right at the beginning there. They were all still up. Croaking Curse even used on Curry Boy, who had to use his pincer for that. So they were in a good position at team fight, but Ray just coming up behind, getting off an amazing shock field. It might not have stunned a lot of people, but that shock field does so good at just like controlling and directing the team fight. And that's exactly what it did. And then his death ray goes off, and I think he took out one person, and 2 people got real low. Really good work. Really good work.
Yeah, I don't know. They're all waiting on the Syndara. Both teams are waiting for Syndara to spawn. Like, KoG can't really move out of their half of the map.
They're going to go on to Harrower here, though. Can they make this happen? Curry Boy's here. Oh, if that Deliverance would have hit, that would have been all over. And I think they would have been able to defend this this monkey push, but he's low. He's gonna be fine. He has a health pot up, and now it's gonna come down to this 5-on-5 generator fight.
Yeah, but like new team now we're back to full health, so
Yeah.
this
And
will be a huge problem.
This is going to be hard. They're way behind. The monkey is pushing against them. Yeah, this is going to be a tough fight for them. They have to play it just right. If they can get a really good engagement from this high ground up here and take out the back line before anything happens, like Klein might be in a little bit of trouble. They're going to try going on him again, but there goes the worst. No, however, in the other side is everyone else going down. Rook is barely alive here, and he is going to survive. They're turning this on to new teams. It's not going to be enough. There goes that jet.